Welcome to Celebrate a Sister podcast. I'm your host, Emma Walkinshaw. I'm a transformational coach. I'm also the founder of Embody Me program and the creator of 21 Minutes of Morning Magic. You may also find me on the yoga mat leading yoga sessions and also running retreats here in Australia and internationally. Here on the podcast, I bring you some pretty incredible guests. We talk all things self-belief, body acceptance, personal development, outdated beauty standards, and we also call BS on the toxic diet culture, accepting the beautiful bodies we were born into, letting go of all the beliefs, and raising our self-awareness. I also come to you from time to time with a little solo episode, a little Life According to Emma moment. I'm so glad you're here. Enjoy. Welcome to this week's episode of Celebrate a Sister podcast. I am your host, Emma Walkinshaw. I am so happy you are here. This week's topic was sparked by a great conversation I had with a friend who is also in the wellness industry. And we were talking about all of these messages that we've heard over the years and all of the people we follow. And we came to this one conclusion. We need to unfollow the guru. We need to reclaim our inner wisdom in a world full of wellness noise. And I certainly have pedestaled people over the years that were not worthy of a pedestal because it was just really great marketing. So that is the theme today. Unfollow the guru, reclaim your inner wisdom. Let's do it. So why do we trust strangers on the internet more than we trust ourselves? It's time to stop outsourcing our body's wisdom to someone selling us the next miracle plan. Let's talk about breaking free from the wellness echo chamber. So I had a few little key themes that I wanted to cover today as I was starting to explore my own journey with myself and how many times I've given my power away thinking that that person or that guru had the next wellness plan that was going to be the holy grail. So it's taken me a long time to actually learn this. And certainly in my early 40s, I couldn't hear this. But now as a menopausal woman, I know too much. And also through yoga, I've had years of practicing yoga. And there's one thing that I love about yoga. It heals and it reveals, or it reveals and heals, whichever way you want to put it, because on the yoga mat, it's between you and you. It's a great time to tune into who you are, and you have got time where your thoughts and you're connected to your body. So I have a big belief in yoga, as if you have always listened to me, you will know that I love running my Morning Magic group, which is all about a little bit of movement, mindset, and meditation. So some of the key themes that I want to talk about today is there really is a trap when it comes to the wellness industry. The industry sells us insecurities wrapped in a green smoothie. And I absolutely mean that. There is a big difference between wellness and playing into someone's insecurities and their body image and their lack of confidence, or, that gaping wound that we have, or some of us have, around how we perceive our body should be. I find it great marketing when the wellness industry sells us this perfect body that is attainable to everybody. But the truth is they're often selling us this perfect body, but in the finer print, you actually need to adhere to these conditions, which is overpriced powders or restrictive plans or really unattainable routines. And I'm all about sustainability and attainability, and I absolutely stand by the notion that it is okay to want to be in a smaller body. It is okay to want to release some weight. However, the truth is, how you release the weight is how you keep it off. So think about next time the next wellness trap comes across your page, the next guru selling you some thing that is just really great marketing, and think to yourself, sure, I probably can hold steady and white knuckle it for a certain amount of time and perhaps get a result. and release some weight, but I need to continue doing that to keep the weight off because there is no quick fix. It is slow and steady mindfulness and many different facets, because the truth is there isn't one size that fits all. And that is our work to do. Our work is to slow and steady and try different things and ultimately tune into who we are and how we feel and how things react to us. The other thing that I have been guilty of over the years and handed my credit card over so many times, I have followed people and plans without any questions. I have been known and been called by my gorgeous husband, love, you're just a little bit fast and loose sometimes. And from time to time, I've been way too fast and loose, handing over that credit card in absolute desperation to be in a smaller body and to be thinner. And I have never question things. And this is how the diet culture manipulates us. Our deepest fears about worthiness and how we don't accept ourselves. And they really then sell us this thing that is just really mean marketing. It just really tries to open up our gaping wound and tell us, see, this is your problem and you need to be fixed because you are in a bigger body or you're carrying a bit more excess body tissue. So we need to get you fixed. So I want to remind you that it's okay to take your power back. It is great to put on a lens and say, I'm actually going to question these gurus. Even just recently, I heard seen the thing about a guy who had been spruiking really hard for years and had this massive following, written a couple of books about being a vegan. And look, I don't know, vegan, schmegan, it doesn't matter if it's not about the vegan bit. But then he went and done a 360 and said, actually, I know that's not great being a vegan. I'm now eating meat. But it just goes to show when we do pedestal people, and look, that is his birthright to work out his own body's needs, because this is about your intuition, right? And obviously at some point he said, no, I actually do need food. But the point is, no one potentially told him to do that. He came to that himself. And how brave of him on a very big platform to do a 360. But I guess it's our birthright to change our mind. Just as it's my birthright to change my mind and never, ever do another silly diet again or hand over my credit card for a quick fix that is unattainable. And the fine print tells me that it's just an absurd plan that, you're setting yourself up for failure. The other thing that brought to my attention as I was exploring myself and this topic, and it really was, what does it cost me not trusting myself? And I've got to say it's cost me big, not just financially, but the turmoil and the angst and the not good enough. And you've probably heard me in other podcasts talk about how what it's cost me is relationships. Often I would, in the past, old Emma, dieting Emma, would say no to social outings or say no to things because I was on the diet plan or I was on this. So for me, my life, I say I'm the richest woman you'll ever meet because I've got incredible relationships. It's one of the most richest things in my life is the connection and relationships I have. But I must say that is what it's cost me. It really has. It's been a disconnection. Also, it's cost me the disconnection with my intuition and also exhaustion, just the amount of energy and brain space, this whole dieting and trying to fix myself and being a smaller body and this obsession with having to be whatever I thought I should be and not accepting where I'm at. It's cost me big. And, from time to time, I think, gosh, and with all that energy and time and space, wouldn't that have been lovely to put it somewhere else? But today's a new day, tomorrow's a new day, and I choose not to allow it to take any more of my time. And I'm really passionate about raising awareness. I'm really passionate about having conversations with other women and saying, yeah, it's time that we just eyes up, ears up. It's time that we start questioning. We unfollow the guru. We stop putting these people on a pedestal. And in a world where there's so many influencers who are doing this and they've got this and got that, when unfortunately filters and manipulation of bodies is a real thing. So all of that's a complete illusion. So it's cost me my not listening to my intuition. It's cost me my relationships. It's cost and a massive energy drain, which has been exhausting. And it's cost me money. I could have had another trip to Europe. I am positive. The other thing that brought my attention to this beautiful topic of stop pedestaling people and following gurus is now the time to start to reclaim my power. Absolutely. I'm so excited about reclaiming my power without a doubt. So there are a few signs that tells me that I have been outsourcing my authority, that's for sure. So tuning back into my own body signal is such an empowering thing. And even yesterday, my little live video was talking about I was hungry. And it's so wonderful to actually acknowledge hunger. It's lovely to acknowledge when you are tired and need rest. It's wonderful to acknowledge these things. That's taking your power back. So I have done things in the past that have suppressed my appetite. So my compass, my inner compass, was absolutely out. So I want to ask you a couple of questions. The question to ask yourself before taking any advice from anyone is, when someone poses to you, because often we'll have someone in our life that's doing the latest thing and they want to tell you all about it and maybe even be quite preacherish and go, oh, this is what you should be doing, because perhaps they're following a guru and they haven't taken their power back. They're just listening to the next thing. But here's the question I want you to ask yourself. Next time you are following a guru, or next time you are taking advice from someone else, or next time you're reading a bit of information and pondering, or next time the next marketing campaign is doing a number on you, I want you to ask yourself this: does this feel expansive or restrictive? Because taking your power back should feel expansive. But here's a question: does this feel expansive or restrictive? Am I doing this out of fear or out of love? And just sit with those two questions, because this is about reclaiming your power, not giving your power away to the next diet, the next this, the next that. It's time for us to come back home. And like I mentioned, whatever your thing is, to start to help heal your relationship with yourself. If it is unfollowing the guru, do it. If it is getting on the yoga mat, do it. Whatever it is for you. The other point I'd like to make is the radical act of trusting yourself. Self-trust is the ultimate form of wellness, because you actually know best. You know what you know. Your intuition will never let you down. It's sometimes just a quiet whisper, but we actually know what we need. We know how to nourish ourselves. We know what our body needs, how it needs to be moved. We actually know that. So it's okay to take your power back and listen to yourself. In actual fact, that is our work. Encouragement to become your own expert, honoring what works for you without needing external validation. And sometimes it is just between you and you. Maybe you don't even need to share it with anyone. In actual fact, I encourage you to not even talk about your wellness, your body image, or what you're eating to anyone that is potentially not able to hear that, or is not like a safe person that will just listen without having to give you advice, or they're able just to listen and have no energy around it. Because this is the thing, we do get with people in our life that want to preach to us and tell us what we should be doing because that's what they're doing. We are not doing that anymore. We are completely taking our power back. So the next time you feel the urge to sign up for a 30-day body reset or lose the belly fat or whatever it is, first thing I want you to think to yourself is, great marketing, great marketing. But the next time you feel the urge to sign up for one of these things or buy the latest wellness trend, pause and ask yourself, what do I really need right now? Your body already knows. It's just time for you to listen. So that is this week's podcast, which is just short and sweet, but hopefully just gets you thinking, and hopefully you go and unfollow anyone that is preaching or just doing really good marketing to you. And of course, how do we take our power back? I believe it's through great mindset. So working on our mindset, It's through meditation, getting quiet, because how else do we hear our voice of wisdom if we're always consuming information and not getting quiet? That's the work, is actually getting quiet and meditation. And then of course movement, beautiful movement. And you know me, I don't want, this is my bit of preaching. Yoga, get to yoga, but whatever it is for you. Maybe you're a runner, maybe you're a walker, maybe you're a tennis player, a squash player, maybe you love to swim, just get and do laps. Anything that moves your energy and gets you in that beautiful meditative state almost, because that's when our voice of wisdom says, thank goodness she is quiet and she's distracted or concentrating enough that now maybe she can hear my little whispers of what she needs. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Go and have a gorgeous rest of your day, evening, or whatever that is. But just to recap, we are unfollowing the guru and we are reclaiming our inner wellness in a world full of noise. We know what we know. Have a great evening. Namaste. Have you checked out my latest creation? Yes, I am a published author. I've written a book. 365 Days of Morning Magic. Manifest a life you love with clarity, calm, and joy. This little book is a daily guide that helps you set your intentions. I also invite you to join my free group, 21 Minutes of Morning Magic, on Facebook, where I gather regularly with you all and we go through a beautiful little process of yoga, some flowetry, setting an intention for the day. So if you'd love to be part of that, click the link below, and I hope you enjoy this beautiful little book.